What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I got a few updates. I just want to run through them really quick. It's kind of, later in the day that I'm making this. All of this stuff is either from earlier today or yesterday, so I just want to blow through it really quick. The first thing is from yesterday, and that is about Le'Veon Bell. You guys probably already know, but he decided to sign with the Chiefs, not the Dolphins. I am personally glad about that. Like I said, I thought it would be a wasted roster spot. We have a bunch of guys. In fact, a couple of them at least are performing pretty well overall, So it didn't make any sense to me. It would be a waste of money, etc., especially because they were apparently just, waving all kinds of cash at him. So I'm glad that he did not decide to sign with the Dolphins. So that is what it is. The other stuff that I wanted to talk about is all with the continued COVID outbreaks that we're seeing. Real quick, first off, these reports came out earlier this morning. And the first one, there was a report that the Colts had an outbreak of roughly 4 players, I think it was, and then later on there was another report that said that they were false positives. So Colts COVID-19 tests were false positives. Week 6 game versus Bengals on track. The Indianapolis Colts have announced they're set to reopen team facilities Friday afternoon after closing them earlier in the day amid concerns about 4 positive COVID-19 test results. A team statement noted that samples were retested and confirmed negative. Earlier Friday, the Colts released a statement on the initial tests, which came ahead of Sunday's Week 6 home game against the Cincinnati Bengals. For now, the game is slated to move forward on as scheduled. If the game is ultimately postponed, it'll likely move back 1 week while only affecting one other team, the Cleveland Browns, per Jay Morrison of The Athletic. Indianapolis played Cleveland last week, suffering a 32-23 loss on the road. The Browns haven't announced any new positive COVID-19 test results this week, but wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr. was sent home from practice with an undisclosed illness. Head coach Kevin Stefanski said it was the result of an abundance of caution, not a positive test. After being uninterrupted for the first 3 weeks, the NFL schedule has been impacted by the coronavirus as of late. The Tennessee Titans return to action, blah, blah, blah. And so additionally, though, New England also had another positive test. So let me just give you that report real fast. Patriots reportedly canceled Friday practice after positive COVID-19 test. The New England Patriots reportedly have canceled their Friday practice after another positive test for COVID-19, according to Mike Rice of ESPN. The team is also awaiting confirmation on a second positive test per Rice. According to Tom Pelissero of NFL Network, a player has tested positive, causing the team to conduct meetings virtually. Pelissero added the Patriots home game Sunday against the Denver Broncos isn't currently in jeopardy. We're under the assumption and understanding that the game is going to go off on time, Broncos coach Vic Fangio said Friday, per Michael Giardi of the NFL Network. Anything that happens otherwise will happen when it happens. The latest news comes from after New England reopened the facility Wednesday following a stretch of consecutive days without a positive test. The team had previously seen 4 different players and staff members test positive over a 2-week stretch, leading to a postponement of the Week 5 game against the Broncos. The facility was closed 3 different times in a 10-day period, blah, 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 blah. So, you guys know how I feel about it overall, but I do want to add something to it. Like, honestly, I've told you, the testing situation is problematic all around, right? It's just which situation is more problematic. All the situations come with issues, but when it comes to the testing, first of all, it's not frequent enough, so that's an issue. But it's nowhere near reliable. They've had negatives, they've had positives, they've had false positives, and they've also had false negatives. We talked about that. Right, so they are massively unreliable, and honestly, I think that there should be a whole lot more transparency than there is. They should disclose who, to be clear, not to violate anybody's privacy, but it's for the health and safety and knowledge of everybody, right? So disclose the names, right? That's it. Just say who, tested positive or who supposedly tested positive, whatever. But also, what I want to know is if it's not, if it's a false positive, in the case of false positives, what is it that's causing these false positives, instead of the virus itself, right? I mean, obviously that's an issue if your tests are incapable of, and it's happened a lot, right? In that first major round or whatever early on, there were 75 different fucking tests that were false positives, right? There have been a lot. There have been probably more, false positives than almost anything else. Anyway, it's just, it's absurd. And so I want to know what's causing that, right? And I mean, if they can't tell me, or us, if they can't tell people, that's an issue. But, I mean, especially this late in the game, they're talking about doing a bubble for the playoffs. But this late in the game, man, it should be so much better than it is, man. This is it's such a, half-ass fucking way of doing shit, man. And it's like they don't even, I mean, obviously they don't care. And whatever. It's just a giant mess. Anyway, that's really all I got. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing, today's Friday, tomorrow's Saturday. So tomorrow I'm going to be doing my preview video for the Jets game, which is on Sunday. And we'll see if any more games get rescheduled. And, I mean, I'm sure there's going to be more by the end of the season. We'll see if any more gets rescheduled from this weekend. I mean, there already wasn't a Thursday night game. There was the Tuesday night game, right? We had Monday, Tuesday, but then no Thursday night game. And there's 5 games in total, I think, on Sunday or something like that. We're the late game. And that's at 4 p.m. Eastern, I think. I'm pretty sure it's 4 p.m. Eastern. Anyway, we're the only late game, us and the Jets. And then there's 3 or 4 other early games. And then that's it. Because of all the games getting postponed and people being on buys and stuff like that. So anyway, I'll do my preview video tomorrow. And then the games on Sunday, I'll be doing a live stream for that. So join me. So I'm going to get out of here. I want to keep it short. Don't want to drone on for too long. You guys already know how I feel. It's a mess. But as long as it's, as long as they keep pushing, I'm going to keep reporting. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate. I'm going to try anyway. It gets tough. Sorry, another quick side note. It gets tough, man. It's hard. But I am generally a rather resilient person. As I get older, it does get harder to stay resilient. But I'll hang in there. Anyway, so I'm gonna get out. I hope you guys appreciate my perspective. If you do, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell if you want to get the alerts, share my channel and videos with your friends and family, leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at Dillon Tartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.